Good morning, Skyhawks.
It's May 8th, which means summer's right around the corner. We hope you all had a great weekend and hope senioritis hasn't hit anybody harder than it's hit us. And we hope you're not as sick as us.
I'm Rakita Coons.
And I'm Brittany Travis.
And this is your Skyhawk News. Voting has never been more important. Find out how you can save the jobs of 10 Southridge teachers.
Last week, one of our Southridge students caught up with one of our alumni to talk about his success in MLS after graduating from Southridge. Stay tuned for more.
Last Saturday, upperclassmen danced the night away in Cabo at prom. Highlights, prom court, and more coming up.
And later, we'll bring you our very own Landon Simpson for a pop culture update. Southridge, you'll want to stay to hear what's poppin'.
We had some great weather last weekend, but what's in store for us this week, Glenna?
I'm glad you asked, Rakita. Today's high will be 77 and lows will be in the 50s, with sunny skies all day and a slight chance of showers tonight. Tomorrow there is a 40% chance of rain with highs in the 60s and lows in the 50s. Thursday will be rainy and 65, then things clear up on Friday with partly cloudy skies and a high of 67. Back to you.
Thanks, Glenna. Did you say high in the 70s? Wow, that reminds me of a great TV show I used to watch at 3 a.m. in the summer of 2016 when I had free time in my life.
Me too, Britt. Now, some of us here are 18. That means we have responsibilities.
For many students, this month's primary election is not something to spend a lot of time thinking about. However, they may want to, and here's why. On this month's ballot, in addition to many local races, there's a school funding levy. Now, what does that mean?
Well, the new levy would replace the current levy, which, among other things, pays to keep about 300 teachers in the Beaverton School District. If the levy doesn't pass, those positions are gone. What would that mean for Southridge? The school would have to lay off 10 teachers if that happens. That's just under 10% of the entire teaching staff. As a result, you would see bigger class sizes, and we'd probably lose quite a few elective classes. Us journalism kids would be out of a job. If you don't want this to happen, here's what you can do about it. Vote. Ballots should have been delivered already if you're registered to vote. I know I'm going to go vote. What about you, Britt?
Yeah, I'm going to vote. I wouldn't want any of our teachers gone, even if they do give me endless stress and homework. Also, I wouldn't want things like our yearbooks to ever go away. Speaking of yearbooks, Kita, what's the update on those?
Check this out. Here's a sneak peek of this year's yearbook. If you haven't ordered your yearbook yet, there's still time. There are only about 100 extra copies available. The cost is $75, and you can pay by check or cash to Miss Fiddler in the business office. If you're not sure if you've ordered a yearbook, that's another thing you can find out by visiting the business office.
Now, turning to a more serious note, and by serious we mean if you're a junior and haven't been listening, listen now. Juniors, SPAC testing is approaching fast. SPAC testing will be on May 21st and May 22nd, with the makeup testing days on May 23rd through the 25th for those who need more time or were absent. Each test day, juniors will take one half of the math test. All students be aware that the Discovery Computer Lab, the large community room, and the library will all be closed on all 4 testing days. On both May 21st and May 22nd, 7:45 to 10:45 a.m., the first half of the alphabet will test, and 11:30 to 2:30, the second half will test. SPAC math practice test can be found at www.oaksportal.org/students. Happy testing.
You know, Brittany, I think it's about time for a sports update.
And we sent our very own Oscar down to give us just that.
Were you aware that one of the MLS longtime players is from right here at Southridge? Chad Barrett, a real Salt Lake graduate from Southridge in 2003, Southridge student. Journalist Kyle Pennell recently caught up with Chad to talk about how he's doing right now and how he reflects his success. You can go on southridgequack.org to read the story. Turning to golf, congratulations to Aaron Song for being named the second team All-Metro. Also, Aaron and Leanne Fisher both qualified for regionals. They are competing today at Stone Creek Golf Course. Here is Richie Morales talking to Kayvon Eddy and Jeffrey Higgins about their season and how it's going so far. They will also talk about their biggest accomplishment and what they hope to accomplish by the end of the season.
This season I've set a few personal PRs for myself. I ran 12 flat and 100 meter. Ran 4x1 set PRs with our team on the 4x1, and I've thrown over 150 in Jav.
I describe my season as great, a lot of accomplishments, and I think I have a good chance of winning districts and going on to state.
By far, what is your favorite moment in your season?
By far, my favorite moment is our first meet against Jesuit, me PRing in high jump.
Thanks, Oscar. Now, Saturday night was a night to remember as the class of 2018 danced the night away at prom. And for the underclassmen who weren't able to attend the night, here's a taste of what it was like. Congratulations to Josh Meidel and Grace Irving, prom king and queen. Wow, everyone looks so great at prom, Kita, don't you think?
Yeah, not only was the dance one to remember, but I had some pretty good pasta before that I won't be forgetting anytime soon.
Good to know. I, too, enjoy a good bowl of pasta. Now this spring, we bring you 2 shows from the talented students down in the Performing Arts Wing.
On June 2nd, the serious issues of a high school relationship gone wrong is brought to life in a show titled Don't You Love Me?
And bringing it back to the good old days with Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten on May 17th, 18th, and 19th. The show starts at 7 p.m. and tickets are $8. We hope to see you there.
Speaking of performing arts, we sent Sammy Swiggle down to the Performing Arts Wing to learn more about what's going on with Southridge music.
That's right. We heard that students down there have had a very busy week. Band students went and represented their team in our state last week. Here are our state placers. Michael McCann placed first in euphonium. Noah Lindsay placed first in high saxophone and second in low saxophone. William Greer placed third in high saxophone, and River Edwards Robinson placed third in tuba. Leona Tia also placed first in horn, and our state champion small brass ensemble includes Leona Tia and Kevin Jacobs. Our Southridge saxophone quartet also got second place in the small woodwind ensemble, and that includes Noah Lindsay, Will Greer, Jay Park, and Benson Trung. Also, congratulations to Southridge a cappella group Avance, who went for a state competition last week and won third place. That's all from the performing arts. Back to you guys.
And the moment you've all been waiting for.
Landon Simpson, the pop culture icon we all know and love, is here for an update. Landon?
Thanks, guys. This week is a busy week for music, but it all starts with Arctic Monkeys' upcoming 6th album, Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino. This will be their first album since the release of their 2013 platinum album, AM. Offering 11 new tracks and spanning 40 minutes, the album has been described by those who have heard it as having a more jazz sound than their previous work. It releases Friday, May 11th. There have not been any singles to support this album, but they have announced a tour that will see the Sheffield band play at the Veterans Memorial Coliseum in the Rose Quarter on October 24th. Turning to the hip-hop scene now, Ray Shremmerd released their 3rd album last Friday. The Mississippi Brothers, Sway Lee and Slim Jimmy included Future, Young Thug, Travis Scott, and The Weeknd as features on this 27-track album. Entitled Shrem, the triple disc album features their joint project under the name Ray Shremmerd, along with both Sway Lee's and Slim's debut solo projects. Sway Lee's solo venture is called Swaycation, while Jimmy's is titled Jimtro. Their previous albums, Shrem Life 1 and Shrem Life 2, both went platinum, with their biggest single being Black Beatles featuring Gucci Mane. This is their first album since Shrem Life 2 in August of 2016. Frequent Ray Shremmerd collaborator Travis Scott also dropped a single on Friday called Watch, featuring Lil Uzi Vert and the controversial Kanye West. It is a single off Scott's upcoming album Astro World that he claims is coming soon. However, he's notorious for album delays. Uzi starts with a hook and a verse, and then Scott comes in with a verse. The song is topped off by West, who raps about his expensive Rolex, his opioid and alcohol addiction, and even Seinfeld. That's all from me. Back to you guys.
Wow, I love that kid. Has he ever let you down?
Never. Maybe we'll keep him around.
And as the year winds down, some great stuff has been happening. Finish the year strong, and don't forget to have a great day and an even better night.